Good afternoon everyone. This is Nihar. Studied the strength of material. The chapter is your shear force and bending moment. In this chapter, in the previous class, we have studied the types of beam and the types of load. In today's class, we will study about these types of beam, application of different types of load. So these are the 5 types of beam we have studied: cantilever, simply supported, overhanging, fixed and continuous. And the loads are point load, UDL, UVL, uniform distributed load and uniformly varying load. So today we will study the cantilever beam with a point load at its free end. Right? First one, 1.8. That is your cantilever with a point load at its free end. Cantilever with a point load at its free end. So we know that what is a cantilever beam? A cantilever beam is one whose one end is fixed and the other end is free. And what is a point load? A point load is one which acts in a single point. So the combination of cantilever with a point load we have seen earlier. Now we have seen here. This is point load W, length of the beam AB, small l. This is the examples of a cantilever beam with a point load at its free end. So what we have seen? Let us consider a cantilever beam of AB. Let us consider a cantilever beam AB of length small l, carrying a point load W at its free end B. Right? Let us consider a cantilever beam AB. Let us consider a cantilever beam AB of length small l, carrying a point load that is W. Point load is W given. Carrying point load W at its free end B. At its free end B, as shown in figure. So in this figure, what we will see? We will see a cantilever beam AB of length small l carrying a point load. This one is a point load, as it is acted on a single point, that is B. Point load of W at its free end capital B. This one the fixed end and this is the free end of the beam. So that's one in figure B. So in this figure, cantilever beam, we will calculate the formula for shear force and bending moment. So how we will calculate? See, again I will draw this. This one the fixed part. This is the beam. The length of the beam AB. So the name of the beam AB. Length is small l. And a weight point load W is applied here. We will calculate the bending moment shear force at the section of axis, which is smallest distance from the free end B. XX section is smallest distance from free end B. So what do we calculate? We know that the shear force at the section XX at a distance small x from the free end capital B is equal to the total unbalanced vertical force. Total unbalanced vertical force. Previously we have studied what is shear force. Shear force is defined at this section is defined as the unbalanced vertical force to the left or right of the section. So here in this figure, your shear force is equal to at the section XX. Shear force at the section XX at a distance small x from the free end is equal to the unbalanced vertical force W at the free end. So we will calculate, right? We know that shear force, shear force at the section XX at a distance of small x from the free end. The distance of x-axis is small x. At a distance of small x from the free end is equal to the total unbalanced vertical force. Total unbalanced vertical force. So now we will calculate at the point XX what is the amount of shear force and what is the amount of bending moment. So first shear force. So shear force at x. In this x-axis, in this point section, what is the amount of shear force, Fx equal to, so in the point where the shear force we will calculate, we write it Fx. For shear force at x we can write Fx. For bending moment at x we write Fx. So what is Fx? Previously we have studied the sign convention of shear force and bending moment. You might remind that what will happen in case of sign convention. If the left hand side of the beam tends to slide downward or the right hand side of the beam tends to slide upward, we take it as positive shear force. Left hand side of the beam tends to slide downward, right hand portion of the beam tends to slide upward, we take positive shear force. If left hand portion of the beam tends to slide upward and the right hand portion of the beam tends to slide downward, we take it negative shear force. So like that, at point X, what will happen? The load is at the right hand side. So the load is at the right hand side. What will happen? Right hand portion will move downward. If the right hand portion moves downward, we take it as positive shear force. So positive force. What is the force per load? Force per load is what? W. So plus W. Next, bending moment. Bending moment at x-axis, that is, we can say mx. For shear force Fx, for bending moment mx, equal to. So similarly, bending moment, in case of bending moment sign convention we have studied. If the bending moment, here you will see, if the beam bends upward, that is concavity upward, we can say positive bending moment. If the convexity upward, we can say negative bending moment. Here you will see the beam is here. If load is applied here, the beam bends to downward, or this case. So this case is how much? Negative bending moment. So minus. We have now moment means force into perpendicular distance. Force into perpendicular distance. So what is the force or load? We can say W, and distance is how much? X. We want to calculate the bending moment at x-axis. So from the load to the section, what is the distance? Small x. So at the point of calculation moment, we have to multiply force into perpendicular distance. So what is the force or load? W into what is the distance? Small x. So this is the formula for this figure. If we want to calculate the shear force or bending moment at any section xx, then the shear force will be positive of load and the bending moment will be negative of load into the distance from the free end. So we have calculated. Now we will draw the shear force diagram and bending moment diagram for this load. See here, I can draw this. So for this figure, how we will calculate the shear force or bending moment? So first write calculation for shear force. Calculation for shear force, that is shear force at first in the right hand side. We will calculate from the right hand side. Shear force at B, that is FB equal. Here we will see at point B the load applied above, from above to downward. That means right hand side downward. Right hand side downward means positive. So plus load is how much? W. So in between after B, what will arises at point A? So shear force at A. What is the shear force at point A? That you can say FA equal to same. Load is one load is there. Load it can say point load. After that there will be no load. So this load we will consider below. Cross one. Next, calculation for bending moment. Calculation for bending moment. Similarly, from the right hand side, we will calculate the bending moment as it is a free end. Right? Bending moment at B. First, which point will arise? B. That is MB equal to. See here, this is the beam. If load will be applied above, so this will bend like this. If this will bend like this, then it is negative bending moment. So sign is negative. Next, moment means load into perpendicular distance, force into perpendicular distance. So what is the load? W into. We will calculate the bending moment at B. Load is applied also at B. So distance between the load applied and B is how much? 0. At point B, if we calculate the moment according to this load W, then what will happen? Force into distance, force is W, but the distance B to B, how much? 0. So this value is 0. Next, after B point, what will arise? A point. So next, bending moment at A, that you can say MA equal to sin same. This will not will downward minus W into. Now load is at B. We will calculate the moment at A. So from B to A, the distance is small l. So W into small l equal to minus WL. See, again I will describe. In case of shear force, we will only calculate the force. But in case of bending moment, we will calculate the force into perpendicular distance. So at from here the 2 points will there. One point is A, another point is B. One point is fixed A, another point is fixed free end is B, and at the free end there will be load will be W is applied point load. So if we calculate the shear force, the first point will come B point. At B point we will calculate the shear force, that is FB equal to first sign convention. Here we will see the right hand side moves downward. If the right hand side moves downward, then you can say positive, plus force is how much? W. Next, shear force at A. After B, A point comes. At A means from the right hand side we will calculate the force gradually. So the same load will be applied here. There will be no more load. So same value is here at A. Next, calculation of bending moment. Bending moment similarly from the right hand side we will start at B, MB equal to sign convention. If the right hand side of the beam, if the beam bends like this or convexity upward or hugging moment is there, so we can take negative. So negative moment we will calculate force into distance. Force means what is the force applied at P, that is W, into the distance from B to B, as W is applied at B and we have calculated the moment at B, so the distance is 0. So W into 0 equal to 0. Next, after B, a point arises. A bending moment at A, that is MA, equal to same. The beam bent like this or convexity upward or hugging moment, so minus. W, load is W. Now we calculate the moment at A, but the load is at B. So how much distance? This perpendicular distance is how much? Small l. So W into small l equal to minus W. Now from this calculation, we will draw the shear force diagram and bending moment diagram. Here we will see the right hand side shear force diagram and bending moment diagram. First we will draw the figure. A, B, W, length L. Along M, draw point, enlarge it. Dotted line. Make a dotted line below this. So this is the question. We will draw the shear force diagram and bending moment diagram according to the calculation. So for shear force diagram, that is SFD, shear force diagram. Here is the shear force. One is positive, another is positive. Positive means above the base line. This is the base line. See the base line. Here point A, here is point B according to the above. So at point B, what will be the shear force? Plus W. That means above the base line. Some points will be plus W. We have read that the relation between loading, shear force and bending moment. If there is a point load, then the shear force changes vertically, but the bending moment remains same. We have read in the previous relations. So if here the point load is applied, so the shear force changes vertically from 0 to plus W. Next, at point A, shear force is plus W. So W, here is also W. So make a joint. Plus shear force. Next, bending moment diagram. So bending moment diagram, a B point 0, A point minus WL. Minus means below the baseline. So baseline is above A, here is B. At point B, what is the bending moment? 0. That means this point. And at point A, what is the value? Minus W into L. That means somewhere W into L. So what is the line joining? Y inclined straight line. This is negative. Here. This is the bending moment diagram. So here is what will happen. It is the cantilever beam. Figure B is your shear force diagram. Shear force diagram, and figure C is your bending moment diagram. Three figures, here is the shear force diagram, here is the bending moment diagram. And this is horizontal line. This is the horizontal line, and this is the inclined straight line. line, straight line, and these two are baseline. These two are baseline. So you will understand this formula. According to the formula, we will draw the diagram. Now we will solve one problem. Now write a question. Draw the shear force diagram and bending moment diagram of a cantilever beam of span 1.5 meter carrying a point load as shown in figure. In this figure we have seen there will be 2 point load, one A, C, B. There will be 2 point load, one is at B, that is 1.5 kilonewton, and one is at C, that is 2 kilonewton. We have to draw the shear force diagram and bending moment diagram of these questions. So what we will write? Answer. So first we will do what? Calculation for shear force and calculation for bending moment. First, calculation for shear force. Calculation for shear force. So for that, there will be 3 points. One is point A, point C, and point B. So we will calculate the shear force at these 3 points A, C, and B. We will start from the free end, right hand side. As it is a free end, we will start from the right hand side. So first we will write shear force at B, that is FB, equal to shear force at B. So first we will calculate the sign convention. So here we will see if there is a beam, load is applied at the right hand side, then right hand side will be slide downward. If right hand side slide downward, we can say it is a positive shear force. So plus. Then what is the amount of load at B? How much? 1.5 kilonewton. So plus 1.5 kilonewton. This is the amount of shear force at B. So how we calculate shear force at B? FB equal to this sign. How we know the sign? The right hand side of the beam, this is the right hand side, this is the left hand side. If the right hand side of the beam load is applied, then the beam slide downward. The right hand side downward means this positive. We have seen in the sign convention. So plus, and what is the amount of load? 1.5. Previously in the formula we write plus W. Here we write plus 1.5 kilonewton. So after point B, the point C comes. So shear force at C, that is FC equal to. Now we calculate the shear force at C. So how much? Sin first. If we want to go to the point C, then we have to overcome the point B. So at point B, what is the shear force? That is plus 1.5. So we have to write plus 1.5. Next, at point C, at point C, there is a point load, that is 2 kilonewton. So due to this point load, what will happen? This side is also downward. That means right hand side downward. If right hand side downward, then what will the sign? Positive. So plus how much? 2 kilonewton. Plus 2. Plus 1.5 plus 2. How much? Plus 3.5 kilonewton. At point C, we will calculate shear force is plus 3.5 kilonewton. Next, at point A, after B, next C, next A. So shear force at A, that is FA equal to if we want to reach the point A, we have to overcome B point, then C point. B point is load, how much? Plus 1.5. C point is load, how much? Plus 2. There will be no load at A, so no. So that is plus 3.5 kilonewton. So there will be 3 points, and we will calculate the shear force at the 3 points. But at point B, there will be a point load is 1.5 kilonewton, which is right hand side downward, so plus 1.5. Then at point C, after overcoming B, we will reach at C, so plus 1.5 plus 2. Why plus 2? Because the right hand side of the beam slides downward. So cos 2, cos 1.5, cos 2, that means cos 3.5. At point A, there will be no point load. So these 2 points load will be added. This one the shear force calculation. After the calculation of shear force, we will draw the shear force diagram. To draw the shear force diagram, first we will draw the cushion. First we will draw the cushions. Then below that, every point you make a dotted line downward. A point downward. Then at point C, make a dotted line downward. At point B, make a dotted line downward. This is the question. Now we will draw the shear force diagram. Here we will see at point B positive 1.5, at point C positive 3.5, at point A positive 3.5. That means all are positive means this will draw above the baseline. Previously we have drawn a baseline. Above the baseline we will draw the three value. So this is the baseline A, C and B. We will draw shear force diagram. Now at point B, what is the amount of force? That is loss 1.5. We have known that if there will be a point load, the shear force line will be vertical. So what is loss 1.5? Loss 1.5. Next, at point C, what is the load? Loss 3.5. That means loss 1.5, loss 2. So up to this 1.5. After that, there will be another point load. So their shear force line will be vertical. Vertical increase up to 2. 2 increase, what will come? 3.5. Next, at point A, what is 3.5? So simply join a horizontal line. This will be positive. Hatching line will be drawn. See how we will draw the shear force diagram. At point B, we will calculate the shear force of plus 1.5. So this is the 0 point. This is the 1.5 point. We will assume that above this. So make a vertical line up to 1.5. Next, at point C, plus 1.5, plus 2. Then comes plus 2.5. So 1.5, make a horizontal line to this. Then another point load is 2 kN. So point load means vertically, plus 2 means vertically upward. So 1.5 plus 2, what will come? 3.5. Then this point will come, and at point A plus 3.5. This is this make a horizontal line. This is the shear force diagram. After this, leave a space, then write calculation for bending moment. Calculation for bending moment. Below this figure, write calculation for bending moment. Similarly, the shear force, we will now calculate the bending moment at point B, at point C and at point A. So first, what will come? B point, we will go from right side, the free hand side. So, right, bending moment at B, we can say MB equal to. Bending moment at B, you can say MB equal to. So, at point B, we will calculate the bending moment. Moment means force into distance. So, before calculation, first we will consider the sign convention. So, here we will see, if the load will be applied from upward to downward, then the beam will bend like this. If the bend like this, then we can say negative bending moment, or convexity upward, or sagging moment. So negative. So sign is minus. Then moment means force into distance. So what is the force applied at B? 1.5. 1 into distance. As we are calculating the bending moment at B, also the load is applied at B. So the distance is 0. 1.5 into 0 is how much? 0. Next, after B, what will come? C point C comes. So bending moment at C, that we can say MC equal to. So at point C, we will calculate the bending moment. So first, sign convention. We will see the at point C, the load here one load applied. As these two loads are acting downward, that means the beam bends this, the convexity upward, or you can say hugging, or you can say negative. So minus. First, the force is 1.5 kilonewton. Now we will calculate the bending moment at C. Here C. Now we will calculate the bending moment C. First, the load is 1.5 kilonewton is at B. So load is this much, distance is this much. Load into distance, you can say moment. So load is how much? 1.5 into distance is from B to C. How much distance? 0.5. 0.5. Yes, 1.5 into 0.5. Next, after B, C point comes. C point there is a load 2 kilonewton. This will also downward load. So this will make the beam downward. So negative minus load is 2 into distance. We are calculating the bending moment at C. Load is applied also at C. So distance is 0. And it's 2 into 0. That is equal to minus 1.5 into 0.5 minus 0.75 minus 0. That is minus 0.75 kilonewton meter. Minus 0.75 kilonewton meter at point C moment. Next, we will calculate after B and C. We will calculate the bending moment at A. So right, bending moment at A. We can say MA equal to. Here see, we are calculating bending moment at A. So we will go to A from B and C. So when we will come at C, when we will come at B, a load is there 1.5 kilonewton. So this will be downward. That means negative 1.5 into, as you calculate the moment, so force into distance. Force is at B. You are calculating the shear force at A. Then the total distance from A to B is 1.5 meter. So 1.5 load into 1.5 meter distance. Next, after B, now we reach at C. C point, there will be a point load 2 kilonewton. There will be a point load 2 kilonewtons. So this will also downward. So minus 2 into the distance from A to C. How much? Total A to B distance is 1.5. B to distance is 0.5. So the rest part is 1.5 minus 0.5, that is 1 meter. So 2 into 1, that is equal to minus 4.25 kilonewton meter. That is equal to minus 1.5 into 1.5 minus 2 into 1 equal to minus 4.25 kilonewton meter. So after the calculation of bending moment, we will draw the bending moment diagram. Here you will see at point B 0, at point C minus 0.75, at point A minus 4.25. So all three values are minus. So minus means below the baseline. This is the baseline. This is the baseline. A, C and B. This is the baseline. So at point B, what is the bending moment? 0. That means this is. At point C, what is the bending moment? Minus 0.75. Assume that minus 0.75. We are not using scale pencil. We are just assuming this point will be minus 0.75. And the at point A, that is minus 4.25. That means 4.25. So, as there will be no load between 2 points. Between B and C, there is load is there. If there is load there, no. Between C and B, there will be no load. If no load is there, then the bending moment line will be inclined straight line. So, make a inclined straight line. And between point A and point C, there is no load is there. If there is no load, the bending moment line is an inclined straight line. So, another inclined will make here. Join this minus, then hatching will be. This is an inclined straight line. Inclined straight line. This is also inclined straight line. Previously we have studied if there is no load between 2 points, then the shear force is horizontal and the bending moment is inclined straight line. Here between point B and C there will be no load at there, so the shear force line is horizontal and the bending moment line is inclined straight line. Here you will see at point between point A and C no load will be there, so the shear force line is horizontal and the bending moment line is inclined straight line. Also we have read that due to point load the shear force changes vertically. Here we see at point B there will be a point load, so the shear force line here is vertical, the bending moment remains same. At point C there is another point load, that is 2 kN, so the shear force changes vertically, the bending moment remains same. This is the application of this above previously studied chapters. So this is the problem regarding cantilever beam with a point load at its free end. In the next class we will study cantilever beam with an uniformly distributed load. Thank you.